We'll have the first pitch of the game. Braves and the Padres, Sunday Night Baseball, right here on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
This is one of my favorite spots, Kevin. Let's go play some Keno.
At last, I found the Pirates Cove. It's time to start digging for me treasure.
No, this is a club called the Pirates Cove. But you can win money playing Keno here.
Yar.
You just pick 10 numbers, then Keno picks 20. The more you match, the more you win.
You'd make a great pirate, Goat.
Grab your treasure. Win up to $100,000 every 3.5 minutes playing Keno from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
Mom, I need to lay low for a few days.
Lay low? What's going on?
I only paid for this Hyundai Tucson.
Christopher Allen Lynch.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Get the car or SUV you want at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Lease a Tucson for $259 a month, or get 2.99% APR for 72 months, or $2,250 bonus cash. Hyundai is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. Offers end March 31st. Call 813-867-0006 for complete offer details.
Atlanta Braves baseball on the Braves Radio Network is lit by the original Louisiana brand hot sauce, the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. Bring the heat.
If you're a working electrician, you've got two options. Work for a contractor and have no power or leverage. Or work with us and have your choice of jobs with multiple contractors, protection on the job, benefits for retirement, and people that have your back. I'm Kenny Mullins for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613. If the second option sounds better to you, come join us. Visit IBEW613.org and click Join Us.
Jim Chastain here with ASW Distillery. Braves country, like me, you're excited for the mid-season event when all the stars align in Atlanta to host the biggest names in baseball. To celebrate, we've partnered with the Braves to release a limited edition 8-year-old Fiddler Chin Music Bourbon finished on Marucci maple bats that marks not only this milestone, but also the Braves' 8-year anniversary at Truist Park. Look for Fiddler Chin Music 8 Years distinctive blue label this May across Georgia. And Chin Music Toasted is currently available with its Friday Reds label at your local bottle shop.
With South College's Bachelor of Science and Health Science, you can focus on pre-physical therapy or pre-physician assistant, or you could pursue an Associate of Science in Surgical Technology. Each curriculum is designed to promote development of knowledge and skills. The South College campuses in Atlanta and Marietta are designed with modern classrooms, laboratories, and other conveniences for students and faculty, an on-site cafe, and many nearby amenities. Learn more about South College in Atlanta and Marietta. Visit south.edu today. The time to pursue your dreams is now, and the place is South College, where dreams find direction.
Hey, Braves fans, this is John Michaels reminding you that Jeff Francoeur joins Finn, Home Team, and me in the locker room every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. on your radio home of the Braves, 680 The Fan.
Back out here at the ballpark, getting ready for the start of Game 4 of this series between the Padres and the Braves, and our starting lineups are powered by Georgia Power, the official electric energy partner of the Atlanta Braves. Jurickson Profar will lead it off and play left field. Austin Riley bats second at third base. At first base batting third, Matt Olson. Marcell Ozuna has had great luck against Nick Pivetta. He'll be in the cleanup spot and be the DH. At second base batting fifth, Ozzie Albies. Michael Harris II is in center field batting sixth. Moving up to the seventh spot and playing shortstop is Orlando Arcia. Jared Kelnick moves up to number 8, and he'll play right field. And getting his first start and first action of the year, doing the catching and batting ninth will be Chadwick Trump. Once more for the Braves, it's Profar, Riley and Olson, Ozuna, Albies, and Harris, Arcia, Kelnick, and Trump. For the San Diego Padres, Fernando Tatis Jr. will lead it off and play right field. Luis Arraez is looking for his first hit in this series. He's at first base batting second. Manny Machado, despite some cramping in his calf that forced him out of the game yesterday, will be back in there today. He'll play third base and bat third. Batting cleanup in center field is Jackson Merrill. Jake Cronenworth has had a good series. He'll be at second base batting fifth.
Where'd you get those shoes? DSW has all the shoes you need for whatever you're into. You know, like running shoes that give new meaning to personal best. Or everyday sneakers that make coffee runs look cool. Basically, DSW has all the best styles from the brands that always get it right. Like Nike, Brooks, Timberland, and more. Oh yeah, did we mention they also happen to be the perfect price? Find a shoe for every you at your DSW store and DSW.com.
As a business owner, it's important to keep your business connected. Spectrum Business is committed to keeping your business online, whenever and wherever you need us, all backed by the Spectrum Commitment. Get fast, reliable internet starting at $40 per month when bundled, or level up your internet speed and get a 3-year price guarantee. Learn how Spectrum Business can help your business stay connected at spectrum.com/business. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
And we're back with Canva Presents Secret Sounds Work Edition. Caller, guess this sound.
It's a mouse click.
So close. That's actually publishing a website with Canva Docs. Next caller.
Definitely a mouse click.
Nice try. It was sorting 100 sticky notes with a Canva whiteboard. We also would have accepted resizing a Canva video into 10 different sizes.
What? No way.
Yes way. One click can go a long way. Love your work at canva.com.
Hear that? It's SpringFest savings calling your name, only at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery when you buy a Select Ego trimmer, blower, or mower. Plus, get your choice of any 2 bags of Miracle-Gro organic soil mix for only $16. Shop these can't-miss deals in-store or online today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Excludes Hawaii.
To everyone who loves the taste of tradition, come enjoy a classic Wisconsin fish fry at Culver's.
I'm Genesis from Culver's in Claremont, Florida. And here, family fish fry is a part of who we are. We've been serving up fish fry favorites for over 40 years, all thanks to the Culver family roots and Wisconsin supper clubs, the place where the fish fry was perfected. If you're craving something crispy on the outside and flaky on the inside, you've got to try our hand-battered North Atlantic cod. It's perfectly seasoned and my personal favorite. Or, if you're in the mood for a little extra crunch, our lightly breaded butterfly jumbo shrimp hits the spot every time. Whatever you order, I promise it will be made with love by a team who cares, because we want every guest to feel like family. That's just how we do it in Wisconsin. Dive into delicious with all your fish fry favorites at Culver's.
Plus 18-volt cordless string trimmer, now only $129. Or the Ryobi One Plus 18-volt cordless blower, also for only $129. Save on cordless power during Spring Starts event at the Home Depot, now through April 2nd.
Stream Braves baseball in crystal clear HD on the Fan app, now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
Well, the umpires have met at home plate for an exchange of the lineups. Paul Clemens will call the balls and strikes. Adrian Johnson's a crew chief. He'll be at first base. Quinn Walcott will umpire at second, and Ramon De Jesus is at third. We've had a flyover today. We've had some Navy and Marine Corps officers in line for the national anthem, which was performed by a naval ensemble out in center field. That was pretty cool. But we're waiting for the Padres to take the field, and while we're waiting, we'll remind you that Tire Discounters Round Tripper Home Run Promotion offers Braves fans a next-day instant savings on set of select tires, plus a free alignment and free oil change. The more homers the Braves hit, the bigger the deals at Tire Discounters. Learn more at tirediscounters.com/Braves. I'm not sure if the Padres are just slow coming out or if they're being dictated to by the national audience this evening. But we are on the ESPN network.
I bet it is the latter of those two.
I would say so. As Skip used to say, forget about the fans. They pay their good money to come in and watch the game on time. But here they come, and the Padres will be greeted by Naval and Marine Corps officers who will give them a new baseball and sign an autograph form, so that's very nice. Defensively, again, for the Padres, in the outfield from left field to right, Hayward, Merrill, and Tatis. First to third on the infield, Arise, Cronenworth, Bogarts, and Manny Machado. Diaz will do the catching for Nick Pivetta, 32 years old, 6'5", 210, out of Victoria, British Columbia. He was originally drafted by the Nationals in 2013. He was the fourth pick in the draft, fourth round of the draft, and then later traded to Philadelphia for Jonathan Papelbon. Subsequently, after a few years with Philadelphia, he went to Boston for Keith Hembry and Brandon Workman. And after 3 or 4 years with Boston, he became a free agent and signed here with the Padres for a 4-year, $55 million deal. Last year, while with Boston, he went 6-12 with a 4.14 ERA. 6 wins, 12 losses, and that gets you a $55 million deal these days. Interesting. He is 56-71 in his major league career. Pitched 2 games against the Braves last year, went 1-1. Lifetime, though, he's got a good mark against Atlanta. 8-5 overall record with an ERA, though, that's just under 5. And that includes some guys in the lineup we'll tell you about as we go that have had some very good success against him. But as I just mentioned in our opening comments, that shadow cutting right across the infield between the mound and home plate. So hitters will have to deal with that because we've got bright sunshine, 63 degrees, wind out of the west at 10. We're set for action, and here to tell you about it is Ben Ingram.
Thank you so much, Joe. Final game of this series, Braves and the Padres. And the Braves need a win, pick up their first win of the year before we head north to L.A. Jurickson Profar climbs in. Right-hander Nick Pivetta on the mound, about to deliver his first pitch as a Padre in his career. He's ready. And now for the ball game. And the first pitch pulled foul on the right field line. Underway at 4:11 Pacific time, 7:11 back home. And the time of the first pitch brought to you by Schumann Farms. Real Sweet brand by Delia Onions from Schumann Farms are returning soon to a store near you. 0-1 on Jurickson Profar. Righty-lefty matchup. Pitch on the way. That'll miss outside. Braves wearing their traveling grays today. Gray tops, gray pants. Red numerals, red lettering outlined in navy. And Atlanta across the chest on top of the red tomahawk. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way. Profar swings and misses. Down and in with a fastball from Pivetta. Well, Joe mentioned the display of military on the field prior to the game, and the Padres have several military appreciation Sundays here in San Diego, and today is one of those. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way to Jurickson, and a ground ball, 2-hopper out to third. Machado gloves, slings it across the diamond and 1 down. Padres are wearing camo uniform tops, kind of a tan and brown camo pattern like you might see the military if they were in the desert. White pants, brown numerals, brown lettering outlined in white, and Padres across the chest of those brown and tan camo uniforms. 1 down for Austin Riley. Austin 2 for 11 in the series with a home run. And he'll take a ball high. Well, the Braves have seen a lot of Pivetta over the years. Multiple seasons with the Phillies, multiple seasons with the Red Sox. 1-0 from Pivetta. And there's a called strike. I'd imagine a day like today, Joe, multiple players are going up to Marcell Ozuna and Orlando Arcia saying, how have you done it versus Pivetta?
Yeah, what's the trick? But, boy, he is right over the top with his fastball.
1-1 pitch. Riley swings and fouls one back. Got a sweeper and got a piece of it.
Mid-90s, tops out 94, 95 tops, I would say. But, man, he is directly over the top, and he is working exclusively out of a stretch.
1-2 to Riley. This tie 2-2. So fastball, sweeper, curve, cutter, slider. Crafty veteran. And a big, tall righty. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way. And Riley swings and misses. Big cutter to sweeper. He strikes out and 2 down here in the inning. Folks, cash in on the baseball action with Prize Picks, the official daily fantasy sports partner of the Atlanta Braves. Download Prize Picks and use code BRAVES and get $50 instantly when you play $5. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. Here's Matt Olson trying to keep the Braves out of a 1-2-3 inning. First pitch on the way to Matt. That'll miss outside. Bright sunshine all over the place here, except for that one strip of shade between the plate and the mound. Batter and pitcher both stand in sunlight, but a big patch of shade right in between. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And Olson takes a called strike. Curveball up and away from Olson, but grazed the outside corner. Pavetta set right at the letters. Kicks and fires a 1-1. That'll miss high. The Braves have not been swept in a 4-game set to open a season since 1980 when they dropped all 4 games to the Cincinnati Reds by a combined score of 25-4. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And Olsen takes a ball outside. Also, the Braves have never been swept in a 4-game series at Petco Park. They were swept in a 4-game series in 1979. But obviously the Padres were not playing in this ballpark yet. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Olsen. He'll swing and miss, 3-2.
Yeah, that last sweep, though, 46 years ago. Good grief. Let's not have that hanging around. Let's get on them early.
Matt Olson just missed a home run yesterday. He has 2 hits in the series, including a double. Count runs full, bases empty, 2 down. And the pitch on the way from Pavetta, hit high in the air to left field. That's going to send Hayward pretty far back. Hayward sets up just shy of the wall, and this one descends into his glove. So Matt just misses it. Braves go down 1-2-3. We're a half inning into this one. Braves nothing, and the Padres coming up when we come back.
A musician with technical knowledge can play all the right notes. But one who cares enough to play from the heart gives music soul. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Because when you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Truist, leaders in...
As a business owner, it's important to keep your business connected. Spectrum Business is committed to keeping your business online, whenever and wherever you need us, all backed by the Spectrum Commitment. Get fast, reliable internet starting at $40 per month when bundled, or level up your internet speed and get a 3-year price guarantee. Learn how Spectrum Business can help your business stay connected at spectrum.com/business. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
Canva presents a work love story like no other. Meet Productivity. She's all business.
The Canva doc is done.
Creativity is more of a free thinker.
Whiteboard brainstorm.
They're worlds apart, but sometimes opposites attract. Thanks to Canva.
The data is in the deck.
And now it's an animated graph.
Canva, where productivity meets creativity. Now showing on computer screens everywhere. Love your work at canva.com.
Hear that? It's SpringFest savings calling your name. Only at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery when you buy a Select Ego trimmer, blower, or mower. Plus, get your choice of any 2 bags of Miracle Grow organic soil mix for only $16. Shop these can't-miss deals in-store or online today.
You know the locker room starting Monday. Your answer could win you a pair of Braves tickets. Listen on your way to work during our 7 o'clock hour, weekday mornings on 680 The Fan.
Alongside Joe Simpson, Ben Ingram here with you from Petco Park in downtown San Diego. It'll be A.J. Smith-Shawver on the mound, and here's the leather around him here in the bottom of the first inning. Matt Olson at first base for the Braves. Ozzie Albies to his right at second base. Around the Hornets, Orlando Arcia at short, and at the hot corner, it's Austin Riley. In the outfield for the Braves, Jerickson Profar, the former Padre, is in left field. Michael Harris on patrol in center field. Jared Kelenic, man's right. Chadwick Tromp behind the plate. And A.J. Smith-Shawver on the mound. His first pitch, little bit low to Fernando Tatis. Padres sending up Tatis, Arise, and Machado here in the bottom of a scoreless first inning. Right-hander Smith-Shawver, 22 years old, brings a 1-0 pitch. Just missed low with a fastball. And his first 2 heaters, Joe, 96, 97. If you're going to miss low, but he's trying to find the bottom of that zone.
Well, they were both very good pitches. He didn't get the call on.
2-0 to Tatis. Check swing and a punch down the right field line. And more of the same that we've seen the last 3 days. Every bounce going the Padre way, just a slow roller down the right field line. And it's a double by Tatis on a check swing.
This is going beyond ridiculous. Doubles off the pitcher's shoe that go in the dugout, and now getting out of the way of a pitch and a check swing double down the first baseline. Boy, they've been eating their magic charms, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. That bounced right inside the bag at first on a check swing from the right-handed hitter. So here's Luis Arise. Swings it from the left side. Swings and misses at the first pitch he sees. Fastball tailing away. As Arise had his bat cocked up behind his ear, the wind was ruffling his uniform. Very breezy day here in San Diego. Smith-Shawver to the plate. There's a called strike. Right at the bottom of the zone. Good changeup. And that's the pitch that we're most impressed with during spring training. Smith-Shawver entering the season as the number 2 prospect in the Braves organization, right behind Drake Baldwin. A.J. 6'3", 205 pounds, the righty from Colleyville, Texas. 0-2 pitch and a ground ball out to first. That'll advance Tatis over to third base. Underhand toss to the bag. And that's in time to get Arise, who is now 0 for 10 to start the season.
For A.J., it's been all about consistency with those pitches, especially his changeup, Ben. And the consistency has improved to the point that he's gaining confidence. And you listen to people around the Braves camp talk about it. That confidence will take him a long way, realizing that he belongs here and can be successful at this level.
Infield and runner at third, 1 down, no score. Here's Manny Machado. First pitch of the sequence, a little bit low and outside. You and I were discussing that before the game, and I think just that confidence alone, just knowing that his stuff is not only good enough for the big leagues, but can get big league hitters out consistently.
Yeah, and not worrying about letting an inning get away from him because somebody got a hit off of him.
1-0 pitch. He strikes one hard, deep right field. Jared Kelenic going to go back at the warning track. It's over his head and off the base of the wall. This will make it 1-0 Padres. Here's the throw in from right field. And the throw in a little bit late as Machado goes into second base with a feet first slide. It's an RBI double and 1-0 San Diego.
That appeared to be a pitch up. And I'm not sure Jared saw it off the bat real well. The jump he got on it was a little bit late. Hit right at the base of the wall.
1-0 Padres. That was our final score yesterday. As the only run came in the bottom of the 7th inning. Runner at second, 1 out for Jackson Merrill. He's had a huge series, and he swings and hits one deep to right field. Back to his left. Kelenic to the warning track. Makes a great catch, and then goes slamming into the right field wall. That'll advance Machado from second to third, but what a play by Kelenic to get there and hold on with a very hard impact into the right field wall.
Boy, he hit it hard. He hit that part of the Petco porch that is angled back toward him in right field. The ball was hooking away from him, and a great lunging catch and great ability to hang on to it.
Spectacular play by Kelenic. And if they can find a way to get Cronenworth, ultimately that could save a run. It's 1-0 Padres. Runner at third, 2 down. And the pitch to Cronenworth will miss low. We'll make that the Truist play of the game. Brought to you by Truist. Leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC. Great play by Jared Kelenic. All of those strikes on Cronenworth. Smith-Shawver fires. Strike. That's a good curveball right up the outside corner. Well, for Smith-Shawver, fastball, change, a curve, and a cutter. Went 1-1 during spring training with a 3.94 ERA. He had 20 strikeouts and 5 walks in 5 spring training appearances. 1-1 pitch. Chase and a miss. Use a good changeup again.
Yeah, it was a beauty. He got the start in game 1 of the playoffs last year, forced into duty when so many guys were hurt, including Chris Sale. And he only went an inning and a third, 3 runs on 4 hits in that contest.
1-0 Padres, bottom of the first inning. Righty-lefty matchup. And the 1-2 pitch. A miss low of the fastball, 98. Just a little bit low of that heater. Count even 2-2 on Cronenworth. He's 3 for 10 in the series with a homer. For Smith-Shawver, this will be his 14th pitch of the inning. Rare's back, cuts loose at 2-2 and bounce that changeup up there. So the count runs full on Cronenworth.
Yeah, just get Cronenworth here, get out of the inning, give up a lucky run on the check swing that set up the ball that was hit hard by Machado. Granted, but nobody should have even been on base.
Smith-Shawver set right at the belt buckle. 3-2 pitch. Swung on, missed, strike 3. Good changeup. And he does exactly as you just said, Joe. Gets the out and gets through the first inning, giving up the 1 run. Comes on 2 hits, no errors and a man left. We go to the top of the second. 1-0 San Diego.
Atlanta Braves fans, May is Military Appreciation Month, and a great time to show your patriotism by purchasing a VIP table at the Warrior Alliance 4th Annual Veteran Impact Awards and Gala. The event will be held on Thursday, May 22nd at the Coca-Cola Roxy Theater at the Battery, Atlanta.
As a business owner, it's important to keep your business connected. Spectrum Business is committed to keeping your business online, whenever and wherever you need us, all backed by the Spectrum Commitment. Get fast, reliable internet starting at $40 per month when bundled, or level up your internet speed and get a 3-year price guarantee. Learn how Spectrum Business can help your business stay connected at spectrum.com/business. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
And we're back with Canva Presents Secret Sounds Work Edition. Caller, guess this sound.
It's a mouse click.
So close. That's actually publishing a website with Canva Docs. Next caller.
Definitely a mouse click.
Nice try. It was sorting 100 sticky notes with a Canva whiteboard. We also would have accepted resizing a Canva video into 10 different sizes.
What? No way.
Yes way. 1 click can go a long way. Love your work at canva.com.
Hear that? It's SpringFest savings calling your name. Only at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery when you buy a Select Ego trimmer, blower, or mower. Plus, get your choice of any 2 bags of Miracle-Gro organic soil mix for only $16. Shop these can't-miss deals in-store or online today. Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Excludes Hawaii.
Braves nothing into the top of the second. It'll be Ozuna, Albies, and Harris for the Braves. Folks, all season long in the second inning, if the Braves steal the base, you'll have a chance to win at least $50 in free marathon gas cards. You can enter the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge by visiting Braves.com/Stolen Base Challenge. Well, for some people, when they have nightmares, they'll see monsters or ghosts or all sorts of things like that. For Nick Pivetta, he sees Marcell Ozuna when he has a nightmare.
Yeah, as he should.
Ozuna climbing in. 30 plate appearances in his career versus Pivetta. 6 home runs. Pitch on the way to Ozuna. That's in for a called strike. And that's the most home runs that Ozuna has hit against an opposing pitcher in his career. He's slugging just shy of 900 against him in his career. A 1 pitch. And a ground ball out towards third. That'll be backhanded by Machado. Plants and throws, and this time Pivetta gets him. 5-3 put out, 1 down for Ozzie Albies. Nick Pivetta grew up in Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. And he grew up idolizing Roy Halladay. In fact, when Blue Jay games were coming on at night, he was getting home from school, being on the west coast of Canada, and that was big-time TV viewing for Pivetta when he was a young man. There's a called strike. And I bet there are lots of pitchers who are about the same age as Pivetta who would say the exact same thing about Roy Halladay. Growing up idolizing him.
Can't blame him.
A 1 pitch to Ozzie. At a miss low, 1-1.
We talk a lot, Ben, about scouting, finding players. How did they find this guy or that guy? Well, this is proof positive. If you can play, they will find you.
1-1's and foul.
He got an offer to come out of high school in British Columbia and go to New Mexico Junior College in Hobbs, New Mexico. And that's where he was a 4th-round draft pick and signed.
So if they can find you in Hobbs, New Mexico, they'll find you anywhere.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Up and in. Where is that, by the way?
New Mexico.
I think you spent a little bit of time in Albuquerque, so I'm not sure if you'd heard of it or not.
Heard of it, yes. Didn't visit it.
Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies. And Ozzie hits one in the air to right field. Coming in Tatis. Now slows. Hits the brakes. Makes the catch and 2 down. It sounds like the kind of place where they'd have more UFO sightings than people.
Probably, yeah. Seems to me it's in the Oh, the northwestern part of the state. I could be 100% wrong. Near Farmington, New Mexico.
Okay.
All right. You put me to work. I'll be right back.
1-0 Padres, top of the second. It's been 5 up and 5 down for Pivetta, now facing a man who hasn't had a whole lot of success against him in Michael Harris. There's a called strike. Michael 0 for 10 against him. Michael, one of the lone bright spots for the Braves in the postseason here last year, and he'll slash one foul into the second deck down the left field line.
I couldn't be more wrong.
Southeast corner?
It is the far southeast corner, right on the Texas line. Hobbs, New Mexico. But you're right about the UFO thing.
0-2 pitch, and he swings and misses at a curveball in the dirt. Back-to-back 1-2-3 innings composed by Nick Pivetta. He has 2 strikeouts. We go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Padres.
Lead with your ears. If you'll learn to really listen, you'll understand what your customers need and your business will grow. You'll know what motivates your employees.
Hear that? It's SpringFest savings calling your name. Only at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery when you buy a Select Ego trimmer, blower, or mower. Plus, get your choice of any 2 bags of Miracle Grow organic soil mix for only $16. Shop these can't-miss deals in-store or online today. Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Excludes Hawaii.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Spring's in full swing on MLB Network. Turn on the most live spring training games anywhere. Then recap today's news and highlights on MLB Tonight as the best analysts in baseball catch up on the day's news, highlights, and even hear from the players themselves.
I want to win the World Series. I want to do it in Kansas City. And that's what I do every day, play baseball. We're eager to get going.
MLB Tonight, presented by T-Mobile. Coverage continues through opening day.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
For the second. Folks, only the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is bold enough to be the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. The original Louisiana brand hot sauce, buy you some. Could have used some on our meal before the game. See, that's the one thing that we miss out on with Jonathan not being here. Normally he has our travel case of Louisiana brand hot sauce.
Right.
We can take it with us on the road.
Tap it with. I think that's what we need right now is just a little tap.
Just a little tap of hot sauce?
Tap you some.
Senator Bogaerts takes a called strike. Anything we could do, we would certainly do it if it meant getting a win for the Braves. 1-0 Padres. 0-1 pitch on the way from Smith-Shawver. That'll be sent foul. The Padres, obviously 3-0 to begin the season. They look to start a season 4-0 for only the second time in franchise history. They've been playing baseball since 1969, but they've only had one 4-0 start ever. 0-2 pitch. That misses low. And that was a big season for the Padres. That was 1984. They started 4-0 en route to their first National League pennant. And then lost to the Tigers in the World Series in 5 games. 1-2 pitch, bounced up there, 2-2.
Dick Williams was their manager. Had a great season. Two and two now on Xander Bogaerts. Pitch on the way from Smith-Shawver. Swing and a miss.
Able to get him with a changeup. Back-to-back strikeouts for A.J. going back to last inning. That'll bring Gavin Sheets up to the plate. That team had Steve Garvey. And obviously some other standouts.
Kevin McReynolds.
Yeah. They beat the Cubs in the NLCS. And then lost to the Tigers, who were so strong all year. There's a called strike. 0-1 on Gavin Sheets. A.J. Smith-Shawver brings his 22nd pitch. And a swing and a miss. Boy, he's got that changeup singing.
That is terrific to see.
That pitch has been filthy right out of the chute for A.J.
If major league hitters are all groomed for your upper 90s fastball and they get it, chances are real good they're going to put solid wood on it.
Looking for another strikeout. That bounced up there. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So that changeup could be a very effective weapon for him.
Bases empty, 1 down. And the 1-2 pitch. Line drive into center field. That time just threw the barrel of the bat at the changeup and hit it on the line just over the infield.
I'm not kidding. These guys have got magic wands working. When they hit, there's no shadow. And they're just putting the bat on the ball, and it's finding a hole somewhere. Good for them, I guess.
But it was a good pitch. It was tailing away. It wasn't even over the plate. And he reached out and got a wood on it, poked it into center field. 3rd hit of the game for the Padres. Jason Hayward to the plate. Smith-Shawver back to work, and that'll be yanked foul on the right field line. Smith-Shawver, the former high school football star, a quarterback who was going to play collegiately at Texas Tech until the Braves drafted him to play baseball. And we've told you the story before out of Colleyville Heritage High School, where he was teammates with Bobby Witt. Bobby Witt Jr., that is. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Jason Hayward. And a chase and a miss. Good dancing changeup away. Braves got Smith-Shawver in the 7th round of the 2021 draft. And again, just 22 years old. 0-2 to the plate. And he gets a swing and a miss from Hayward. And it's the changeup that he once again devastates the Padre hitter with.
His 3 changeups, his 3 strikeouts, all on changeups and beauties. And I venture a suspicion about his 7th round draft pick. He wouldn't have lasted that long if everybody thought he might sign. Everybody just assumed he was going to go play football. Braves took a chance.
Elias Diaz is the batter. He bats 9th. He sees that changeup for the first time, check swing, and he went. 0-1. 1-0 Padres, bottom of the 2nd. Braves in the top of the 3rd will have 7, 8, 9 due up with Arcia, Kelnick, and Tromp. And Smith-Shawver trying to get them there after this next pitch. 0-1 to the plate, and a swing and a miss. You know, the changeup for Smith-Shawver, I mean, that was just straight change, all it looked like. I mean, stayed on the same plane. He's way out in front. A lot of these other changeups just dive bomb. I mean, it's a pitch that is so devastating with 2 low and outside. Used a sweeper there.
No, he's needed this assortment. I mean, he can throw other pitches. Last year he threw other pitches when we saw him, but they weren't very effective because they were not thrown enough strikes or close enough to get a chase.
Looking for a chase here. 1-2. It bounced up there, bounces off of Tromp and goes to the backstop. Around second, now holding Sheets. So the wild pitch puts Sheets in scoring position, 2 down. That one just spiked up there and took a bite out of Chadwick Tromp. It bounced about 4 feet in front of the plate. With the count even at 2 on the number 9 hitter, Elias Diaz. He's 1 for 2 in the series. He got the start on opening day. Smith-Shawver checks the runner Sheets at second base. 2-2 to the plate. Bounced up there again. Nice knockdown by Chadwick.
Now, last inning, he struck out Cronenworth on a 3-2 count with a changeup. Will he try at 3-2 here to Diaz?
Big pitch here. Don't want to walk him and then face Tatis with 2 men on base.
Right.
Payoff to the plate. Missed high. Went with a fastball. First walk allowed by A.J. Smith-Shawver. And now it's Fernando Tatis up to the plate. Tatis 6 for 13 in this series. He's done tons of damage. A check swing double in the first inning of this game. In Game 2, he had a home run. On opening day, he had 3 singles and 2 runs scored. So he has been a feared hitter in that lineup. First pitch on the way from Smith-Shawver. And that'll miss low and outside with a curveball. Tatis took A.J. deep last year in Game 1 of the Wild Card Series. 1-0 pitch on the way. Low and inside, 2-0. And these guys might forget what they ate for breakfast this morning, but they don't forget things like that, do they?
No, they do not. On either end, from the mound or home plate.
2 balls and no strikes for Tatis. It's 1-0 Padres in the second. 2-0 pitch, outside 3-0. And if he walks Tatis, that'll load him up for Luis Arraez. Tatis in the very back of the right-hand batter's box. Smith-Shawver ready to bring the 3-0 pitch, and that's nowhere near. Missed with a slider low and outside. And that will load the bases for Luis Arraez. That'll bring Rick Kranitz out there to the mound, Braves pitching coach. And what you fear here, number 1 is Arraez, but number 2, it's Luis Arraez, who's certainly due.
Well, he was in a nice groove. His changeup was working. He was hitting good spots, getting swings and misses. And then he walked the number 9 hitter. After being ahead of him 1-2, he lost him, and that was really critical. We'll see how it plays out here this inning. But that was the one that got him in the jam.
Well, hopefully A.J. can execute here what all these other Braves pitchers have been able to execute versus Arraez. Because every time Arraez has come to the plate, he's made contact, but so many ground balls to the right side of the infield.
A couple of them sharply hit, too, right at Ozzie.
Arraez started the season last year 0 for his first 13, ended up winning the batting title. He's 0 for his first 10 this season. And again, he's won 3 batting titles in his career, so he's extremely dangerous. Bases loaded, 2 down. 1-0 Padres. First pitch of the sequence. Misses low and inside with a sweeper. And all of a sudden, control has completely eluded Smith-Shawver. He's walked the last 2 batters. It's a 1-0 count on Arraez. Young A.J. brings the 1-0 pitch. There's a called strike. Just a loopy curveball in for a strike.
Yeah, it was just kind of a get-over curveball, but it worked.
Tatis at first, Diaz at second, Sheets at third. And the 1-1 to Arraez. Low and inside with a fastball.
Kind of overdoing it on the fastball. That's what he did to Diaz for ball 4. And on that pitch, like he's trying real hard to make sure he doesn't make a mistake with it.
This will be his 26th pitch of the inning. 2-1 to the plate. In the air to center field. Coming in Michael Harris. Michael's got it with a chest-high catch. Well, that was hanging on a line. Unfortunately, hung up in the air for Michael Harris, who squeezes it. And the Padres leave them loaded. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 3 left. We played 2. On to the third we go. 1-0 Padres.
Hey, Atlanta fans, score big with Georgia Banking Company. Whether you're hitting a financial home run or just need a little help around the bases, we're here for you.
Spring's in full swing on MLB Network. Turn on the most live spring training games anywhere. Then recap the day's news and highlights on MLB Tonight as the best analysts in baseball catch up on the day's news, highlights, and even hear from the players themselves.
I want to win the World Series. I want to do it in Kansas City. And that's what I do every day, play baseball. We're eager to get going.
MLB Tonight, presented by T-Mobile. Coverage continues through opening day. Can't get enough baseball? Start streaming MLB Network today. Get up to 15 out-of-market games a week live on any device, plus 24/7 access to MLB Network's award-winning shows, including live game look-ins and exclusive player interviews. And hear live radio play-by-play from all 30 clubs with MLB at Bat. Enjoy the home of baseball from virtually anywhere. Plans start as low as $5.99 per month. Sign up now at MLBnetwork.com/stream. Available in the U.S. only. Blackout restriction applies. Visit MLB.com/subscribe for full terms and conditions.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Joe Simpson, Ben Ingram here with you. We're going to see some big crowds the next 3 nights as well, aren't we?
That we will. Anxious to see what they've done at Dodger Stadium. I don't think there's too much you would see just during the game and some of the improvements they made, but spent millions of dollars on clubhouse and under stadium improvements.
We'll have a full report on that tomorrow. There's Orlando Arcia, another guy who's put up good numbers versus Pivetta. There's a called strike. Arcia 6 for 9 with 2 homers in his career versus Pivetta. Well, he's the other guy that Pivetta sees in his nightmares. Here's the 0-1 pitch. His ball a little bit low and outside. You think of those nightmares where you're falling. You know, you wake up right when you impact the ground. Well, Pivetta falling right between Ozuna and Arcia. That'd be pretty rough for him. That'll be fouled back.
That would be.
Blue skies overhead. A couple of hazy clouds off in the distance, but plenty of sunshine, especially in the seats down the right field line and out beyond the right field wall. 1-2 to Arcia. He uncorks one into right field down for a base hit. Waited on the curveball, got good wood on it. It's a leadoff single for the Braves here in the 3rd inning. Folks, Xfinity knows live baseball is better with less freezing at the plate, and that's why we deliver Wi-Fi built for streaming with ultra-low lag. Get the fastest connection to the Braves and stream more of the biggest moments from the best seat in the house with Xfinity.
I just hope Orlando remembers that swing. Nicely done.
Jared Kelenic to the plate. Tapper back to the mound. Pivetta fires to second. Bogarts is there. Over to first, not in time. A rise down into a split, just trying to glove the baseball. And he did snag it, but Kelenic beat it down. That's a fielder's choice, 1 down. 1-6 on the put out of Orlando Arcia.
And a good call by Adrian Johnson. You know, the Braves were averaging, coming into this game, 4.45 pitches per at-bat. That was the most in Major League Baseball. That was a case where Jared was going after the first thing he saw, no matter where it was.
Bat in the hands of Chadwick Tromp. And he swings to the first pitch, bouncer out to second. That's gloved by Cronenworth, steps on the bag, and an easy throw over to first base for the double play.
A lot of impatience.
And that runs the Braves right out of the inning here in the top of the 3rd. No runs, 1 hit, no errors done left. Into the bottom of the 3rd, 1-0 Padres.
Hey, Braves fans, Onward Reserve is your hometown team for top-line casual sportswear. Whether you're out on the golf course, going to dinner, or enjoying some baseball at Truist Park, Onward Reserve's clothes are the perfect fit. With 12 retail locations throughout Braves country, Onward Reserve is proud to help you get to the game in style. Swing by the Braves Clubhouse store for exclusive designs made just for the A. Visit us online at onwardreserve.com. Proud partner of your Atlanta Braves.
Hi, it's Chuck Dowdle. Have you been...
Canva presents your work horoscope for this week.
Deadlines are in retrograde, which we all know can bring some intense energy. Our advice: fend off this forecast with Canva. Like Canva whiteboards to counter creative blocks, and Canva docs for clarity in communications. If you have any sales deals coming through, results will be in your favor with Canva presentations, manifesting many wins for you. It's a great week to love your work at canva.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an eighth-inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks.
There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight.
The bats have come alive. A showstopper. We're just playing Powerball. This place doesn't know what hit them.
These teams are entertaining, are they not? The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
And the Braves saw the Padres load them up last inning. But A.J. Smith-Shawver was able to defuse that bomb. Hopefully a clean inning here in the third. The final game of this series, Padres have won each of the first three. 4-game series here in San Diego to begin the season. And then the next time we see the Padres will be in Atlanta in May. Manny Machado climbing in. The first pitch to him. In for a called strike. Padres come to Atlanta Memorial Day weekend. That'll be the 23rd, 24th, and 25th. Well, one to Machado. A little bit low. I noticed there's a bucket hat giveaway in that series.
That's wonderful.
It'll be a big one.
I don't think we've had one of those in a while.
Yeah, right in time for summer.
Yeah.
There's a 1-1 on the way to Machado. Not a miss inside. I know we have one more stop on this road trip, but folks, we can't wait to get home and see you all at Truist Park. Braves and the Marlins for the home opener. 2-1, a little bit low and outside.
Yeah, tell the folks how long it's been since you've been home.
It'll be 6 weeks tomorrow on the nose.
Yowie.
I think I left February the 19th. 3-1 pitch. Ground ball left side. Riley scoops it up. Gathers and fires. And one down. Nice play. They flew down to Sarasota on February 19th. And then our first spring training broadcast, I think, was the 22nd maybe. And then spent our spring session there. And then to Arizona for the exhibition games. And then here. And then we'll go to L.A. Base is empty for Jackson Merrill. Pitch on the way to Merrill. There's a called strike. Boy, you get these guys back to Atlanta after being gone that long, because a lot of these guys have been gone longer than me. I mean, I think Smith went down the week before the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's some laundry when you get home right there, brother. There's the 0-1 pitch. Check swing. Didn't go. 1-1.
Well, I'm going to send mine out when I get out. When I get back to Atlanta, I'll come by and get yours if you want.
Okay, that'll be perfect.
We'll put it in a sterilized bag of some kind.
1-1 from Smith-Shawver. A ground ball chopped to second. Ozzie shoveling to his left. Gets leather on it. Throws over to first base. 2 down. Well, 1-2-3 inning will be nice for A.J. Smith-Shawver. He's got to get Jake Cronenworth in order to accomplish that. A run on 3 hits for the Padres. No runs, 1 hit for the Braves. And the top of the 4th, Braves are at the top of the order. Profar, Riley, and Olsen. Jake Cronenworth takes a called strike. Smith-Shawver got him swinging at a changeup back in the first inning.
Last pitch was a slider that was really thrown with some conviction. He wasn't aiming it.
1 is low.
Sometimes a young pitcher, you can tell them, or you can see how their arm action slows down when they're trying to be real fine or perfect with the delivery. He let that slider go, and it was a beaut.
Cuts loose a 1-1. Fastball outside. You know, last night, you and I got back to the hotel, and we were right behind A.J. walking into the hotel. There's a 2-1 on the way. There's a called strike. And he's walking right alongside Chris Sale. And, you know, they could have been talking about anything in the world. But I just love the fact that, similarly to what we were saying last year with for Spencer Schwellenbach, you're saying the same thing for A.J. Smith-Shawver, some of these veteran pitchers taking him under their wing and giving him as much wisdom as they can.
Yeah.
Two fouled off.
Then he got in the elevator with us, and I noticed he had a bag of food. I said, well, you bring your dinner home with you? He said, yes, and he let me look in there, and I said, what do you got? And he said, sandwich, with Dr. Pepper. And Chris Sale made fun of him. Dr. Pepper?
There's a 2-2.
Oh.
Just missed. Well, if he can put in about 6 or 7 innings of giving him just 1 run tonight, he'll be pounding some Dr. Peppers for every start.
Yeah.
Count runs full on Jake Cronenworth. Kicking the pitch. Missed the outside corner with a changeup. Third walk allowed by Smith-Shawver. And it comes with 2 down in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Yeah, but like people from the Braves camp said, his misses aren't big misses. He's not all over the place. He's looking in right now at Chadwick Trump because he thought one of those last 2 pitches was a strike, and neither one were called.
Righty-righty matchup with Bogarts, who smashes one down the left field line in for a base hit and rolls all the way to the corner. Cronenworth gets the wave at third. He comes around, flying to the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI double from Bogarts, and it's 2-0 Padres. That's 2 innings in a row. It looked like A.J. was that close to getting through an inning, not just clean, but really just cruising through it.
But it shows you what happens, and that one was basically right down the middle that he turned on. But what can happen in a big league game, 2 outs, nobody on, you think you've got a guy struck out twice, and then the next pitch to the next pitcher or the next hitter turns into an RBI. It just, for a young pitcher, those types of things are hard to get past.
Inning continues for Gavin Sheets. Check swing, that's in for a strike. And for a young pitcher, it can just be very quick and erratic, can it?
Well, and you just got to ride those types of things out. It's hard to do when you're 22.
Sheets 1 for 1 with a single. Smith-Shawver to the plate. Swung on and missed.
That was not his hardest fastball, but I think it was his best one. Well located, running a little bit away from Sheets at 95.
Gavin Sheets, left-handed hitter. Smith-Shawver about to bring his 60th pitch of the game. 2 misses low.
And by that, I mean he's thrown one harder tonight, I think as hard as 97 or 98. But that was a better pitch, 95.
Bogarts at second. Ball and 2 strikes. A.J. ready. Here it comes. And a ground ball up the middle. Diving for it. Arcia, he's got it. Throws over to first. Not in time. Well, he doesn't get the out, but he saves a run. Bogarts advances to third and holds. If that gets past Arcia, that's a run. Instead, it's an infield single by Gavin Sheets. And they just about got him.
Great effort by Arcia. And you're right, his diving attempt saved the run.
Jason Hayward is the 6th Padre to the plate here in the bottom of the 3rd. It's 2-0 San Diego. Smith-Shawver back to work. And Hayward takes a ball inside. Well, Smith-Shawver went 2 up, 2 down, getting Machado to ground out and Merrill to ground out. But then a 2-out walk, an RBI double, and a single. They're at the corners now with 2 down. 1-0 comes home. Runner on the move. There's a called strike. No throw down. Gavin Sheets slowed down in case a throw went down. He was going to get on a rundown long enough for Bogarts to trot home and score. But the Braves don't throw down, so now second and third. He struck out Hayward in the second inning. And the 1-1. Big wave and a miss. Time a changeup, faded away from his swinging bat. Maybe could throw that again. Hayward had a hard time with it in the second inning. Smith-Shawver deals, a swing and a miss. Went back to the changeup, gets the same result. And he gets through the third inning, giving up the 1 run. Could have been a lot worse. 1 run, 2 hits. No errors, 2 left. We played 3. And as we head to the top of the 4th inning, it's the Padres 2 and the Braves nothing.
Braves fans, this is Mike Morgan, founder and CEO of 13 Heroes. Like you, I was devastated when tragedy struck in 2021, killing 13 U.S. servicemen.
It's back. Baseball returns to the big stage, and all eyes are on opening week on MLB Network. See the most live games all week.
Swing and a miss.
With live look-ins around the league nightly, plus post-game reactions from the game's biggest stars.
We got a good group and feel like we can only get better.
It's on.
Right on cue.
Opening week continues all week, only on MLB Network. Presented by Konami. Visit MLBNetwork.com for schedule and channel number.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com. Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
And at Georgia Power, we know that energy costs are an important part of every budget, and we're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference so you can save more energy for the game. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy. Jerkson Profar takes a called strike. Some good interactions this series with Profar and the crowd here in San Diego. They loved him last season. He was a big part of their success here a year ago. He's gone 3 for 13 in the series. He'll take a ball low.
A little difference between Profar, who's kind of a prototypical leadoff man, and who the Yankees have used the last couple of days.
Oh, man.
Paul Goldschmidt.
1-1 pitch in for a strike. Yeah, Goldschmidt at the top of the order and torpedo bats for everybody.
Yeah. Hot topic.
1-2 from Nick Pivetta. Got a miss outside. Have you come up with an opinion on that bat yet?
Well, what I've read and what the pictures I've seen, and they're legal. There's nothing illegal about them because they don't exceed the size limitation as set out by Major League Baseball. They just remind me of an old softball bottle bat.
2-2 and a soft chopper to the right side. First baseman Arias has it. Underhand toss very quickly, and Pivetta gets there to win the race. Nice play by their first baseman and a 3-1 putout. I know that multiple Brewers pitchers in the post-game scrum today. They were not happy.
Well, they shouldn't be. They gave up 9 homers yesterday. And I don't know how many today. I know Chisholm hit 2 more today, I think.
Yeah, they gave up a dozen runs today, 20 yesterday.
So my suggestion is maybe try to figure out a way to miss some of those torpedo bats.
Two 2-0 Padres, top of the 4th. There's Austin Riley. Austin takes the ball outside. Braves have 1 hit versus Pivetta. That was a single by Arce. He had a lead off the 3rd inning. They failed to advance a runner to second base in the game. 1-0 pitch pulled foul in the left field line. And a 1-1 count. So trying to solve Pivetta. Riley 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And the 1-1 pitch. Up and in. Spun him out of there. Fastball 93. Riley with a stare down of Pivetta. The 2-1 lifted towards foul ground. Well, if you're a pitcher, man, you need a good solid target behind the plate. You can't miss Elias Diaz. He's got on more yellow than anybody you've ever seen in your life. Yellow mask and chest protector and shin guards, bright yellow back there. 2-2 pitch hit hard in the air to right field. Tatis trying to get there. He slows and makes a running catch out there in right field. And 2 down here in the 4th inning. So it's up to Matt Olson with the bases empty, 2 down. Talking about Pivetta, you think about traveling in the big leagues and players and everybody in the traveling party doing whatever they can to pass the time, cards or video games or whatever it may be. You played a lot of hearts, didn't you?
We did.
Hearts, spades. Mm-hmm. Well, for Pivetta, offering on the way, there's a called strike. When he was with the Red Sox, he and some of the pitchers formed the Red Sox Chess Club. And they got big into chess. And got a magnetic chessboard so the pieces didn't fly all over the place on the plane. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Olson drives one out to right field. Tatis ranges back, throws up the glove, and makes the catch on the edge of the warning track. And to this point of the game, it's been checkmate for Nick Pivetta. 4 scoreless frames. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning, 2-0 Padres.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco. A home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Of this series, and here in the bottom of the 4th inning, It's the Tidal Wave Auto Spa inning. Tidal Wave Auto Spa is making Braves country clean car country, and they're doing it all season long. If the Braves pitch a scoreless fourth inning tonight, Tidal Wave will offer half off their Best Wash membership tomorrow. Learn more at TidalWaveAutospa.com/Braves. Elias Diaz up to the plate now for the Padres. He will take the ball a little bit low. 2-out walk to Diaz back in the second inning. And then he was left stranded at second when the inning came to an end. 1-0 from Smith-Shawver, and that'll be shot in the air to right field, and that'll lay down for a base hit. Leadoff single for Elias Diaz. That sets the table for the top of the order. Bat in the hands of Fernando Tatis, who's been on base twice, a double, a walk, and a run scored. Tatis, the fastest player in Padres franchise history to reach 50 home runs, 200 hits, 100 runs scored, and 90 extra base hits. We'll take a ball low and outside. He reached the 50 home run club within the first 171 games. Scored 100 runs in his first 122 games as a Padre. And when he's been healthy, been a spark plug for San Diego. Pick off over to first base and back in sliding Elias Diaz. Righty-righty matchup, on the pitch on the way to Tatis. In for a called strike. Got the breaking ball over. Nationals beat the Phillies earlier today 5-1. Cardinals swept the Twins. They beat Minnesota 9-2. Diamondbacks over the Cubs 10-6. That's a final from the desert. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Not a miss low. Marlins got a victory against the Pirates, edging them out 3-2. And those scores and other scores that we bring you throughout the game, part of our National League scoreboard. And those updates are delivered to you by Saia LTL Freight, the official freight carrier of the Atlanta Braves. 2-0 our score here, San Diego. 2-1 pitch, ground ball to third, backhanded by Riley. Guns to second, there's one. Ozzie whips to first, bang, bang, not in time. And they get the lead runner and Elias Diaz. It's a nice play by Riley, going to his right, reaching across his torso to backhand, and still delivering a really good throw down to second.
I mean, right on the money to Ozzie. Excellent play.
And just missed getting Tatis at first. Here's a rise. 0 for 2 with a ground out and fly out. Takes ball low. 2 runs on 6 hits for the Padres. No runs, 1 hit for the Braves. Pickoff over to first. Had him leaning, but he's back in with a dive. Well, going back to Austin Riley, he's gotten off to a hot start defensively in this series. But that's, I'd say, the second play we've seen this series already where you'd say that's a Gold Glove caliber play.
I agree with you 100%. And from where he had to throw that pitch.
Runner goes, pitches a ball, throw down to second base, tag applied, not in time. Fernando Tatis steals second base. Padres have been doing a lot of running in this series. Where Tatis, in game 1, he had 3 steals. And now 4 for the series. That was a feet-first slide that he got in around the tag from Arcia. 2-0 from Smith-Shawver. Line drive to second, caught by Ozzie. And back to second base, Tatis. Ozzie bending down to his left and snagging that one about ankle high to his left side. So 2 down in the 4th inning for Manny Machado. Padres 2, Braves nothing. Machado drove in a run with a double back in the 1st inning. First pitch swung on, miss. That's a really good changeup that was staying on the inner rail of the plate and then just darted in on Machado. So much movement on that changeup. One sweeper misses up and in.
Just thinking about that play that Austin Riley made a minute ago and started what it was attempted to be a double play. The only bad thing about it was that they traded a catcher for a fast runner who stole a base.
1-1, soft little tapper out towards short, taken on one bounce by Arcia, and he wings it over to first base for out number 3. Well, that changeup doing all sorts of moving again, and Machado just with a soft bloop at the feet of Orlando Arcia for out number 3. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the top of the 5th inning, and it's 2-0 Padres.
Marco's Pizza was named America's favorite pizza chain by Technomics America's Favorite Chains data. And America said, who? So we're introducing America to America.
And we're back with Canva Presents Secret Sounds Work Edition. Caller, guess this sound.
It's a mouse click.
So close. That's actually publishing a website with Canva Docs. Next caller.
Definitely a mouse click.
Nice try. It was sorting 100 sticky notes with a Canva whiteboard. We also would have accepted resizing a Canva video into 10 different sizes.
What? No way.
Yes way. One click can go a long way. Love your work at canva.com.
Can't get enough baseball? Start streaming MLB Network today. Get up to 15 out-of-market games a week live on any device. Plus 24/7 access to MLB Network's award-winning shows, including live game look-ins and exclusive player interviews. And hear live radio play-by-play from all 30 clubs with MLB at Bat. Enjoy the home of baseball from virtually anywhere. Plans start as low as $5.99 per month. Sign up now at MLBnetwork.com/stream. Available in the U.S. only. Blackout restriction applies. Visit MLB.com/subscribe for full terms and conditions.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Membership for the first month. Braves Country is clean car country thanks to Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves for more and get some more information there at their website. Now for more play-by-play, here's Joe.
Thanks, Ben. 17 innings since the Braves have scored. That needs to change, and Marcell Ozuna just the man to make that happen. He grounded out his first time. Braves trailing 2-0. Only one hit, that by Arcia. Fastball high, ball 1. You can make an argument that it's been 18 innings since the Braves have scored because the last run they scored was on the home run by Kelnick 2 nights ago, and he was leading off an inning. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Yeah, so there are 3 outs after that.
Yeah.
Sure feels like about 38.
Yes, it does. Pavetta delivers a 1-1 pitch, and it's high, 2-1. Braves 1 for 22 with runners in scoring position in this series. Fastball finds the mark and count even 2-2. Pavetta signed a 4-year deal with the Padres, but has an opt-out after 26 and 27. 2-2 pitch, lifted foul and straight back. And into the press box level. Marcell wagging that bat around. Dug in the pitch. Breaking ball outside, full count. Leadoff walk could be appreciated. Anything to get something going. And the 3-2 delivery.
Big swing, but a foul tip off the catcher's glove. Diaz mad that he couldn't hang on to that.
Speaking of walks, Marcel's had his fair share of this series, hasn't he?
I guess so. 6 of them. It's 2 for 8. 6 walks. Another payoff. Swung on and missed, struck him out. Fastball. Strikeout number 3 for Pivetta, who last year did fan 172 batters in 145 innings. Fans, Napa is a proud partner of your Atlanta Braves with America's largest network of parts and care. Napa has all the bases covered when it comes to your ride. Ozzie Albies steps in batting left-handed and takes high, ball 1. Ozzie's 2 for 12. Hit a homer in game 1. He's driven in 3. They were all in game 1. Fouls one straight back, had a good cut, 1-1 the count. Pivetta had reverse splits last year, lefties and righties. And by that, typically a right-handed pitcher has trouble with left-handed hitters. That was not the situation for him. Next pitch to Ozzie, curve and a beauty, strike, call, 1-2. Left-handers hit him at a 188 average with 11 homers. Right-handers, 271. Almost 100 points higher for right-handers. The 1-2 pitch, swung on, popped up. On the infield, Bogarts will call off Machado and make the catch. 2 down. And Michael Harris will be the batter. He struck out his first time up. He's 1 for 13 in the series. With 4 strikeouts. The first pitch to him, a curve strike. Pivetta delivers a little bit outside. Looked like a changeup. Call it a curveball. 1-1. And the next offering, swung on, pulled foul. A roller on the right side. That'll be handled by Tom Goodwin. Two out, nobody on. 2-0 Padres. We're in the 5th. Braves with only 1 hit. And the 1-2 pitch to Harris fouled back into the screen. That was a good swing. Grant Holmes goes tomorrow night for the Braves against the world champion Dodgers. Tyler Glasnow will pitch for L.A. And the next pitch, swung on and pulled foul again.
Holmes and Glasnow, that's going to be about the hairiest matchup of the National League.
Oh, man, that's true. That's a hair salon delight tomorrow night.
Brought to you by Head and Shoulders.
Uh-huh. The 1-2 pitch, lifted in the air to center field, fairly deep. Back goes Merrill, still going on the track, shy of the wall. He turns around and makes the catch. That ball was hit better than I thought. Michael got a good piece of it, but not enough. Braves go in order again, and we go to the bottom of the 5th. Still 2-0 San Diego.
Shooting drills.
A coach who knows the game can teach their team how to improve.
Canva presents a work love story like no other. Meet Productivity. She's all business.
The Canva doc is done.
Creativity is more of a free thinker.
Whiteboard brainstorm.
They're worlds apart, but sometimes opposites attract. Thanks to Canva.
The data is in the deck.
And now it's an animated graph.
Canva, where productivity meets creativity. Now showing on computer screens everywhere. Love your work at canva.com.
Businesses invite you into their store to spend money so they can make a profit. This means that under the law, they have a duty to maintain a safe premises.
Whether it's a leak on the floor,
bad lighting, an item falling off a shelf, or if you're attacked on the premises. It doesn't matter.
Stores have a legal duty to keep you safe on their property.
Our responsibility at Farah & Farah is to protect you when they don't.
Tampa.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco. Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means?
His Braves debut. He's been in the big leagues for the last 6 seasons with the Angels. And the Braves received the left-hander Suarez in exchange for Ian Anderson in the final week of spring training. Suarez 5'10", 225 from Venezuela.
Face lefty and then another lefty. Let's see how he does against them. Misses outside, ball 1 to Merrill, who is flied out and grounded out. That's news, because he had been 5 for 9 in the series coming in. The kick in the fire, breaking ball grounded to the right side, backhanded by Olsen, then a hustle over there by Suarez, who was late leaving the mound and barely beat Merrill to the bag. Put out goes 3-1, 1 out. Northside Hospital, for a healthier future together. Look to Northside. Jake Cronenworth struck out in the first, should have struck out in the third, but wasn't rung up. He drew a walk and then scored on a double by Bogarts. Suarez steps back, kicks, and the lefty fires, and there's a strike right in there at 93. Scouting report was that he liked to use that fastball up in the zone and then a good changeup. Quick slide step, misses low. 1-1. Smith-Shawver goes 4 innings, 6 hits, 3 walks, gave up 2 runs, and struck out 4. Next pitch is strike call to Cronenworth. 1-2. 94 fastball. Ahead in the count. Suarez delivers a fastball, swung on and missed, struck him out. Good sequence of fastballs there from Suarez. Gets his first strikeout in a Braves uniform.
That last one in a perfect place. He was not going to be able to reach that. 94, right off the edge of the plate.
Xander Bogaerts had an RBI double with 2 out in the 3rd inning. That plated the 2nd run of the night for the Padres. They lead 2-0. Bounced one up there, and Suarez falls behind 1-0. He comes set, kicks and fires, swing and a miss, good changeup. He'd bounced the changeup the pitch before, came right back with another one. A ball and a strike, 2 out, nobody on. High, 2-1. The first Padres run came in the 1st inning, a check swing double by Tatis, and then a double by Machado off the right field wall. Next delivery's low. And the count goes to 3-1. Padres have not gone in order tonight. Looking for the first 3 up, 3 down. Maybe right here. Strike call. Full count. Fastball's a little better than I expected, Ben.
Yeah, it's looking good. And the changeup to the righties, to me, is enhancing that heater.
Payoff pitch. Got him looking. Bogarts with a knee dip. Didn't like the call from Paul Clemens, but a good pitch and a good inning for Suarez. 3 up and 3 down do go, the Padres. And we're still tied, or excuse me, it's still 2-0 Padres as we go to the 6th.
Hey, Atlanta, want to know the best thing about Urgent Ortho at Peachtree Orthopedics?
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It's back. Baseball returns to the big stage, and all eyes are on opening week on MLB Network. See the most live games all week.
Swing and a miss.
With live look-ins around the league nightly, plus post-game reactions from the game's biggest stars.
We got a good group and feel like we can only get better.
It's on.
Right on cue.
Opening week continues all week, only on MLB Network. Presented by Konami. Visit MLBNetwork.com for schedule and channel number.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com. Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
This could be the inning.
Could knock out 2 birds with 1 stone because you need a Georgia Lottery home run jackpot winner. If you do that, we'll also have the Tire Discounters in-game homer winner.
Yeah. So come on now. 18 straight innings without a run for the Braves. Pavetta delivers high, ball 1. Braves only have 1 hit today, and that was a line drive single to right by this man, Orlando Arcia. Bottom third of the order for the Braves. Pavetta has faced the minimum through 5. Strike call to Orlando. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled back. Orlando got a high limb there and tried to connect, but came up empty.
It's not like he's zapping people with an overpowering heater. I mean, he's 92, 93, and he's putting it in the right place.
And the next pitch to Arcia, fouled back. He fought that off. That ball got in on him rather quickly. Fooled him. Pavetta, 56 big league wins, 71 losses. And a 4.76 ERA coming in. Jared Kelnick waits on deck, and the pitch way outside. 2-2. Just 66 pitches so far for Pavetta. He's had it pretty easy. Even the inning with Arcia's base hit, a double play, helped him get out of trouble. Hard hit ball to short. 3 hopper. Bogarts has it. Throws to first in time. 1 away. Kelnick bounced into a fielder's choice in the 3rd inning. And that was followed by Chadwick Trump's first big league hit, our first big league at bat of the season, when he hit into a 4-3 double play. Kelnick takes inside. A ball and no strikes. Let's get something going. They played Jared to pull. Check swing didn't go on a change-up. Count 2-0. Says on the big board here in San Diego that Jared Kelnick would have wanted to train to become a Navy SEAL had he not gotten into pro baseball.
How about that?
He was in the right town then. Pops one up. Left side, foul territory, long run, Machado, and he's got it. In foul territory, 2 down.
What are you thinking about those Navy SEALs? I don't know how much of that footage you've seen. They're carrying the rafts up and holding the logs and laying down on the crashing waves. But have you ever watched it is basically making them drown proof with the pool exercises that they do in training?
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Chadwick Trump takes a strike, 0-1. Yeah, that's quite remarkable what they survive.
It's unreal. I mean, I'd have a hard time just holding my breath long enough to watch the video.
Swing and a miss, 0-2 by Trump.
They get their instructors pulling the goggles off of them and taking their air from them and training them to become drown-proof.
The 0-2 swung on, fouled back. Trump still alive. 2 out, nobody on. 2-0 San Diego in the 6th. I can't begin to tell you how short a time I would last in that drown-proof thing. Swing and a miss. Chase one upstairs out of the zone. Strikeout number 4 for Pivetta. Braves have now gone 19 innings without a run, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. They trail 2-0.
Mom, I need to lay low for a few days.
Lay low? What's going on?
I only paid for this Hyundai Tucson.
Christopher Allen Lynch.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Get the car or SUV you want at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
And we're back with Canva Presents Secret Sounds Work Edition. Caller, guess this sound.
It's a mouse click.
So close. That's actually publishing a website with Canva Docs. Next caller.
Definitely a mouse click.
Nice try. It was sorting 100 sticky notes with a Canva whiteboard. We also would have accepted resizing a Canva video into 10 different sizes.
What? No way.
Yes way. One click can go a long way. Love your work at canva.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Spring's in full swing on MLB Network. Turn on the most live spring training games anywhere. Then recap today's news and highlights on MLB Tonight as the best analysts in baseball catch up on the day's news, highlights, and even hear from the players themselves.
I want to win a World Series. I want to do it in Kansas City. And that's what I do every day, play baseball. We're eager to get going.
MLB Tonight, presented by T-Mobile. Coverage continues through opening day.
Hayward and Diaz. Hey, Ben, do you know that the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves?
I'd heard a rumor about that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. And you know it was made with peppers, vinegar, and salt in perfect balance to make the food you're eating taste even better?
Man, I had no idea.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Well, now you do. That's Louisiana hot. Buy you some. Sheets is 2 for 2, and he's got a stolen base. Probably the only one he'll have all year. Jose Suarez delivers a strike. He had a good 1-2-3 inning in the fifth in relief of A.J. Smith-Shawver. Ground out, 2 strikeouts. Lefty on lefty here. And the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball right by him. 0-2. And another swing and a miss. Well done. 3-pitch strikeout. That's 3 in a row. And now Lockridge will pinch it for Jason Hayward.
Now you think about this situation for Suarez and the Braves in the first 3 games of this series. I'd say that there have been some question marks about placement of the bullpen, who's going to slot in where, some of those roles that are there to be earned. One really good outing like this from Suarez, and you could shoot right up the totem pole.
Yes. And give everybody a lot of confidence against left-handed hitters, too. Brandon Lockridge started game 1. He and Hayward in a bit of a platoon. Here he takes low ball 1. He had a couple of at-bats in game 1, and he struck out and grounded out and made a great catch in left field to rob Ozzie Albies of a home run. The 1-0. Swing and a miss at a good changeup. You're right. You show a few signs of throwing strikes, and especially lefty on lefty getting outs, you're going to get a lot of outings. Another pitch down low and in the dirt. 2-1.
Even if the Braves weren't to come back in this ball game, I mean, we haven't even seen Iglesias yet.
True.
It might be worth just getting him some work.
Suarez delivers another good changeup. Swing right over the top. Well, that's a good pitch. 2-2. Again, you just joined us. Suarez, the man the Braves got from the Angels for Ian Anderson. And now the 2-2. Just off the plate with a fastball, full count.
But at this point, you've not been able to get to your closer. And the bullpen has given up a few runs here and there. So you turn in 2 good innings like this for Suarez.
Yeah. Payoff pitch. Oh, come on now. Another good pitch, not called a strike. Boy, Chadwick Trump turns around and wants to know where that pitch was.
Well, he had been getting that call, especially in the AB against Bogarts in the 5th inning.
Boy. Elias Diaz has walked and singled. Tell you what, their catchers have been tough to retire for Atlanta. He and Maldonado have had a good series combined. Throw to first, runner back. Two outs, runner at first, 2-0. Padres, bottom of the 6th. And the pitch, strike call. Two runs, 6 hits for the Padres. No runs, only 1 hit for the Braves through their 6 innings. And the delivery close, just off the plate, 1-1. Good fastball, 95. His fastball keeps getting better. Lockridge with a good lead at first. Not going in the pitch. Strike call right down the middle. 1-2.
And he's locating that fastball right at the bottom of the zone. And he's putting it in a place where more times than not he's getting the call. And if they swing, maybe that's a pitch that they put on the ground. And in this case, you could turn 2 on.
That would be sweet. And have Tatis leading off the next inning. Long look in. Now he's ready. There goes the runner. No, just a bluff and a foul ball back to the screen. Diaz is deep in the box, slightly open stance, bat resting on his right shoulder. And the pitch to him, swung on, bounced up the middle, might be 2. Arcia to Ozzie to Olsen, 6-4-3. Good call, Ben. And that'll end the inning. No runs, a walk, nobody left. We go to the 7th. We need some runs. Braves trail 2-0.
Have you ever wondered if there was something special you could put on your food to make it even better? There is, and it's called the Original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce. Perfectly blending zesty peppers, tangy vinegar, and salty salt. The Original Louisiana...
Canva presents a work love story like no other. Meet Productivity. She's all business.
The Canva doc is done.
Creativity is more of a free thinker.
Whiteboard brainstorm.
They're worlds apart, but sometimes opposites attract. Thanks to Canva.
The data is in the deck.
And now it's an animated graph.
Canva, where productivity meets creativity. Now showing on computer screens everywhere. Love your work at canva.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Has thrown a one-hit shutout at the Braves. And we go to the 7th inning of play. It'll be the top of the order because he's faced the minimum of 18 batters through the first 6 innings. He's only given up that one hit, and he was erased in a double play. So trying to get something started, 19 innings without a run, I think it's up to Ben to get something going.
Yeah, you got to make something happen. And the top of the order, 19 innings, no runs. In those last 19 innings, they've gone down 1, 2, 3, 8 times.
Wow.
7 hits in that span, and of the 7 hits in the last 19 innings, 6 singles. The one that was the double by Olsen yesterday, they just missed getting out of here. Profar up to the plate, 2-0 Padres, and the pitch on the way to Jerkson in for a called strike. Also in that span, the Braves have had 4 runners reach third base. They just cannot get them to the plate. 0-1 on Jerkson. Profar. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Upstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. Altogether, the Braves have a 5-game losing streak in this ballpark going back to last year in the postseason. 1-1 pitch. That's high. And in that span, whether it was the postseason last year, the first 3+ games this season, it's been the same issue. Runners in scoring position.
Yeah.
And in the last 5 games, 1 for 29 with runners in scoring position. There's a called strike. And 1 for 22 this series. And you and I were talking about that losing skid in this ballpark. And now it honestly pales in comparison to where the Braves were a few years ago. 2-2, softly tapped over the mound. Going to be a tough play. Machado has it. Fires over to first base, and that's in time for the out. Now, Luis Arraez snagged it, then went down to the ground. He's sitting next to the bag.
Yeah, I think Profar stepped on him.
Profar helps him up to his feet. Might have clipped him on that right foot. 1 down to the inning. Including last year's postseason, as I mentioned, the Braves have lost their last 5 here. It's the longest losing streak for Atlanta in this building since they lost 12 in a row in this stadium from 2012 through 2016.
That was an ugly stretch.
One out here in the 7th for Austin Riley. Pitch on the way to Riley. That'll miss high. Well, and for a ballpark that's about 2,600 miles from home, We've been here a lot lately, haven't we? Thinking about ending the season here last year and starting this season. We were here right for the All-Star break last year. Riley smacks one right to Machado. It took him off his feet with all that force, but he held on to it. That knocked him right onto the seat of his pants, but he held on to it. Being 2 away here in the 7th.
He was kind of leaning to his left to glove this, and then it started hooking and hooked right at his face. And he had to get out of the way with the exception of his glove. Boy, that was like a pitch that came in high and tight.
Here's Olsen. And a ground ball weakly to second base. Taken by Cronenworth, throws to first. And that's now 20 innings in a row without a run for the Braves. Time of the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by 13 Heroes, a premium line of spirits founded to honor the lives of the 13 service members killed in Afghanistan in 2021. Help turn tragedy into legacy by visiting 13heroes.com today. Into the bottom of the 7th, 2-0 Padres.
From Joyful
Canva presents the killer of productivity. It was an ordinary workday until...
Oh no, this meeting. It could have been an email.
Run. Canva had a creative solve.
Forget email. I'll just put the info the team needs in a Canva doc, and I'll make it visual with images, charts, and graphics.
Bring productivity killers to justice with creativity. Love your work at canva.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com. Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Let's get it started.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Perfect balance. What? Boom.
Interviews with the players.
Get back to the fastballs. I know what that passion feels like.
And a little bit.
Keeping.
You behave properly.
Hey.
Of everything else.
Come on, Marlins.
The window seats are.
The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. Only on MLB Network.
If you're not watching this show, you're the problem.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Up on the bus, Gus.
That's right.
Make a new plan, Stan. Something. We need to make some kind of plan to get some runs across.
Whatever it takes. What was it? Turn the key, Lee?
Yeah.
I think that's what. Give me any of those. New plan, something. 20 straight innings without a run for the Braves.
I can come up with 50 ways to score a run. Just need one, don't we?
Just need one.
We need two to tie, but I mean,
one, just remember that you can still do it.
Yeah.
It'll be the top of the order for the Padres here in the bottom of the 7th, starting with Fernando Tatis. Padres got 1 run in the first inning on a 1-out double by Manny Machado to drive in Fernando Tatis. And then in the third inning, 2 up, 2 down. And then a walk and a double drove in another run. Suarez has faced the minimum over the last 2 innings. Here's his first pitch on the way to Tatis. And there's a called strike. 27 pitches out of Suarez. He has fired 17 strikes.
It's like Pavetta's night is over. They've got action in their pen.
Well, 1 low and inside.
And he's being interviewed by ESPN, so I would say that's a pretty good indication.
Yeah, I think so. Well, whomever comes in next, they can't be any better than Pivetta was. Faced the minimum through 7 innings. 1-1 is low. The Braves had a single by Arcia in the third inning. Then Kelnick reached on a fielder's choice. They cut down Arcia on that play. And then Trump hit into a 4-3 double play. Every other inning's been a 1-2-3 inning. Suarez deals the 2-1. And a lunge and a miss by Tatis at a changeup. 2-2. Braves in the 8th will have Ozuna, Albies, and Harris due up. In search of the strikeout, here's the 2-2 pitch on the way from Suarez. And he'll miss low and inside, 3-2. Padres remain at home. They've got the Guardians coming to town. That'll be a 3-game series versus Cleveland. Then they head to Chicago to face the Cubs. And then to Sacramento to see the A's on their first road trip. 3-2 is low, and there's a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the 7th.
How about that road trip? Leave here, go to Chicago, and then double back and go to Sacramento.
Yeah. They're going to need the sleeves and the jackets and the gloves and whatever else they can pack up to stay warm in Chicago. You see a trip to Chicago in April on your schedule, you know it's going to be a chilly one.
No, it is. Doesn't matter which side of town either.
Left-on-left matchup versus Luis Arraez. And Arraez lifts one down the left field line, slicing foul into the seats. As we were telling you, the Braves head north to L.A. We'll see the Dodgers Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then finally heading home for an off day Thursday. And we'll welcome in the Marlins for the first homestand of the year. Kickoff over to first base, back in standing Tatis. That first homestand will be the Marlins, followed by the Phillies in Atlanta. We want to see you at the ballpark for that first homestand. Oh, 1 pitch. One is low and outside.
Yeah, and those other pitching matchups in L.A., we told you about Holmes and Glasnow in the all-hair matchup. Chris Sale goes Tuesday against Dustin May, who did not pitch at all last year, recovering from elbow surgery. And then Reynaldo Lopez on Wednesday against Blake Snell.
1-1 pitch. In the air to deep right field. Jared Kelnick over to his right. Michael Harris to his left. And Jared gives way to Michael. Makes the catch out in the right center. 1 out of the 7. What do you want to go with tomorrow night? You want to say the Hair Bowl? What's the best nickname we can come up for that?
That kind of makes me gag a little bit.
One down in the 7th.
Let me think just a minute while I clear my throat.
Get that bottle of water over there.
Yeah.
Here's Manny Machado. And Machado hits one in the air to center. Michael Harris sprinting in, sprinting hard, going out Arcia. It's Orlando's ball. Makes the catch over the shoulder. Fires to first, and it pulls Olsen off the bag. Good throw would have doubled off Fernando Tatis.
What a catch. He got a great jump on it and never flinched, looking to see if there's going to be any help out there in center field to help him. Arcia just went hard for it.
As soon as he made the over-the-shoulder catch, 360 spin, and cut it loose to first base from left center field. That'd have been one heck of a double play if the throw had been on the money.
Don't you know?
Well, now it's Jackson Merrill, 2-0 Padres, bottom of the 7th. Suarez to the plate. One of him is low and outside. Jackson Merrill 0 for 3 in the game. Takes a ball outside. 2 balls, no strikes.
There was a barnstorming team back in I think they were in the 30s, maybe the 40s. House of David.
Yeah.
That Jewish barnstorming team.
Right.
They all had very long hair.
2-0 in the air to deep left field. Profar sprinting back towards the gap. It's over his head to the wall and off the wall on the fly. Around third base, Tatis. Braves fire to the plate. Now that trickles across the infield. Cut by Olsen behind the mound. It's an RBI double by Jackson Merrill. And the Braves just cannot quiet the bat of Merrill. His double makes it 3-0 Padres in the 7th.
He's some kind of player, folks. Nobody even hitting the ball hard off of Suarez, but that looked like a breaking ball that he left up. And to Merrill's credit, he just went inside out on it, almost hit it in the seats. If Profar's throw comes into Arcia, they may have a play on Tatis, but instead he overthrew Arcia, throwing it to second.
Bat in the hands of Cronenworth. He swings and loops one foul to our left, 0-1.
I'd like to say, well, boy, that's a big run late. But the way the Braves offense is going, they haven't scored in 20 innings. So kind of hard to even put that much emphasis on it.
Yeah, no runs in the last 20 innings. Now you're thinking you got to score at least 3 in the next 2. 0-1 to Cronenworth. Oh, I just missed with a fastball there. I think Cronenworth and Michael Harris shop at the same store for their shoes. Jake Cronenworth, bright green shoes on. 1 ball, 1 strike as Suarez comes set right at the belly. It glance to second. Leg kick in the 2-1. That's in for a strike. Got a fastball in the outside corner. 3 runs, 7 hits for the Padres. No runs, 1 hit for the Braves. See if Suarez can get out of the jam right here. Check with the runner at second. And he steps off the back of the rubber. Braves have Hector Neris throwing in the bullpen. Cronenworth, a walk and a run scored. Also 2 strikeouts tonight. Leg kick in the 1-2 pitch, and he gets him to swing and just, he missed it altogether. Couldn't tell if he made contact with that pitch or not. It was dropped momentarily by Trump, but he applies the tag, and the changeup gets Cronenworth. So that ends the bottom of the 7th, but another run for the Padres. We go to the top of the 8th, 3-0 Padres.
Braves fans, this is Mike Morgan.
To everyone who loves the taste of tradition, come enjoy a classic Wisconsin fish fry at Culver's.
I'm Genesis from Culver's in Claremont, Florida. And here, family fish fry is a part of who we are. We've been serving up fish fry favorites for over 40 years, all thanks to the Culver family roots and Wisconsin Supper Clubs, the place where the fish fry was perfected. If you're craving something crispy on the outside and flaky on the inside, you've got to try our hand-battered North Atlantic cod. It's perfectly seasoned and my personal favorite. Or, if you're in the mood for a little extra crunch, our lightly breaded butterfly jumbo shrimp hits the spot every time. Whatever you order, I promise it will be made with love by a team who cares, because we want every guest to feel like family. That's just how we do it in Wisconsin. Dive into delicious with all your fish fry favorites at Culver's. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by Nissan. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Added a walk in there. So he's on for his third outing already, and he'll face 4, 5, 6 in the Braves order.
And before Ozuna checks in, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game, live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
Marcell Ozuna is 0 for 2 in the game. And again, the Braves have not scored a run in their last 20 innings. Time to put that to rest right here. Here's the pitch on the way to Marcell Ozuna from Jason Adam. And Marcell takes a ball high. Nick Pivetta went 7 innings. No runs, 1 hit. No walks, 4 strikeouts. One-0 pitch. Missed low. 2 balls, no strikes. Ozuna tonight, a ground out and a strikeout. He was furious with himself after the strikeout in the 5th inning. Got a heater about stomach high, and he just missed it. 2-0 pitch is low. 3-0. Very light breeze out towards right field. Wind has died down compared to what we experienced this afternoon in the first few innings of the game. Adam brings the 3-0. And there's ball 4. He was nowhere near. He was up on the same level as the umpire's mask. And for the first time since the 3rd inning, the Braves have a base runner. First walk allowed by a Padre pitcher in the game.
And the 7th walk drawn by Ozuna in this series.
Braves down 3-0 in the top of the 8th. Ozzy 0 for 2, a fly out to right and a pop out to short. First pitch to Ozzy, and that's in for a called strike. Ozzy has homered in the series. That was opening day in the 3rd inning. He had 3 RBIs in that game. Just missed another home run in that game. 0-1. Dropped in a big sweeper on the outside corner for a strike. To get Ozzy Albies on base, feel like you got something going. But the Braves are so overdue for a big inning. 0-2 pitch. Low and inside, 1-2. Got a big hole on the left side of the infield. Machado set up where the shortstop would typically set up. Bogart's about as far up the middle as he can go. Ozzy waves the bat over the plate. Now steadies it. Righty on the mound, so Ozzy swinging it from the left side. Ozuna a modest lead at first base. 1-2 pitch, pushed him off the plate. Count even 2-2. Right-hander Adam set right at the belt buckle. 2-2 to the plate. And that's inside. Had to swivel his hips out of the way of the sweeper. There's a big pitch coming up right here.
Especially when he's having trouble finding the right zip code, let alone the plate.
Adam looking in, nods in agreement with his catcher Diaz. Yeah, the payoff pitch to Albies. He swings and misses at what would have been ball 4. Now it's a fluttering changeup, way up and out of the zone. 1 down in the 8th inning. If you're looking for $750,000 or more in financing to grow your business, contact First Liberty Building and Loan at firstlibertyga.com. One out in the 8th. There's Michael Harris. Michael's 0 for 2. Michael takes a ball inside. That almost hit him in the thigh. That sweeper's been very wild from Jason Adam. Inning started with a walk to Ozuna. He's being held by Luis Arraez. Pitch to the plate. Bouncer off of Adam. Trickles to third. Machado bare hands. Goes to first base for the out. Now they back pick Ozuna at second, and they get him there. And, folks, I mean, nothing is going the Braves' way here in San Diego. There was no one covering third because Machado made the play. So Ozuna made a big turn around second, but then he realized he's not going to be able to make it, threw on the brakes, and by then they back-picked him at second, and that's out number 3. And the Braves denied for the 21st consecutive inning. We head to the bottom of the 8th, 3-0 Padres.
When life throws you a curveball, whether it's water, fire, or mold damage to your home or business, you need a winning team. You need ServPro. ServPro's licensed, certified,
And we're back with Canva Presents Secret Sounds Work Edition. Caller, guess this sound.
It's a mouse click.
So close. That's actually publishing a website with Canva Docs. Next caller.
Definitely a mouse click.
Nice try. It was sorting 100 sticky notes with a Canva whiteboard. We also would have accepted resizing a Canva video into 10 different sizes.
What? No way.
Yes way. One click can go a long way. Love your work at canva.com.
Businesses invite you into their store to spend money so they can make a profit. This means that under the law, they have a duty to maintain a safe premises.
Whether it's a leak on the floor, bad lighting, an item falling off a shelf, or if you're attacked on the premises, it doesn't matter.
Stores have a legal duty to keep you safe on their property.
Our responsibility at Farah & Farah is to protect you when they don't.
Tampa.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Gave up 3 runs on 3 hits. Gave up a home run to Gavin Sheets in the 7th inning of that game. And up until that point, the Braves had the lead. And in that 7th inning, it came collapsing down on the Braves. And, Joe, they haven't really recovered since then, have they?
Yeah, and the thing about that outing, he gave up that home run. It was on a 3-2 count. You know, he had gotten ahead of Sheets and looked okay. And then all of a sudden, there's a launch job to straightaway center to tie it. And things kind of melted after that.
And been melting ever since. Here's Xander Bogaerts. That first pitch bounced about 4 feet in front of the plate. This with a splitter. This is the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. And if Hector Neris can strike out the side, Michael Morton will be the lucky winner of a brand new Yanmar UTV. Enter all season long at Braves.com/Yanmar. That'll be swung on and missed. Braves.com/Yanmar. That'll give you your chance to win a Yanmar utility terrain vehicle and to be entered for a grand prize drawing at the end of the season. Yanmar, built together, backed longer. 1-1 to Bogaerts. That'll miss low. Having a difficult time getting a good feel for the splitter here early. Ball outside. 3 balls and a strike on Bogaerts. Braves in the 9th will have Arcia, Kelnick, and Tromdua. And most likely against Suarez, their closer. Neris brings it. That'll be fouled off. Into the seats to our right. Well, outside of the results on the scoreboard, we've had a good visit here to this ballpark. It's one of our favorites. And good crowd, good folks, very hospitable. Offering on the way to Xander Bogaerts. In the air towards right, slicing towards foul ground. That'll bounce on the warning track foul. Just want to mix in some wins when you come here.
I certainly didn't expect this.
Not at all. What do you think of 4 games? See, it's hard to sweep anybody in 3 games.
Yeah, and especially start the season.
3-2 to Bogarts. Outside ball 4. So no winner in the Yanmar strikeout the side inning.
It's 6 walks issued by the Braves today, and 2 have scored. Of their 3 runs, 2 were aboard on walks.
And brings Sheets up to the plate. Sheets takes the ball low. Neris just can't put that splitter where he wants. They've had a difficult time throwing that for strikes. And batters can just lay off of it. 1-0 from the right-hander. Outside ball 2. Braves and the Dodgers tomorrow night. That'll be a 10:10 Eastern first pitch. Grant Holmes versus Tyler Glasnow. All 3 of those games in L.A. will be under the lights and be late nights back home in Atlanta. Pitch on the way to Sheets. Pulled foul on the right field line. It'll be a 10-10 game on Tuesday for game 2. And then the finale, the last game of the road trip, that'll be an 8:38 Eastern time first pitch.
That we are having a hard time figuring out why. Why at 5:38 local time in L.A.
And our itinerary has got us landing back in Atlanta 6 a.m. the next morning. Fortunately, an off day that day. Runner goes. 2-1 to Sheets is outside. Trump's throw down is way off the mark. Stolen base for Bogarts.
He could have stolen it standing up. Big jump.
And now Trump out there to the mound, try to slow things down for Neris. You know, like we mentioned earlier, the Braves have not been swept in a 4-game set to open the season since 1980, when they dropped all 4 games to the Cincinnati Reds. And the last time the Braves were swept in a 4-game series in San Diego, you have to go back to 1979. But they're risking doing that here in 2025, trailing 3-0 in the bottom of the 8th.
Even I was still playing then.
3-1 pitch. There's a strike. Were you with the Dodgers then?
No, it was my first year in Seattle.
Okay. 79. Neris trying to battle back, looking for the first out of the inning. Glance to second. And a 3-2 to Sheets. And Sheets pops it up. Maybe playable. Foul ground in front of the Braves dugout. Riley's there. Makes the catch. 1 out of the 8th inning. The batter will be Brandon Lockridge. Lockridge took over for Jason Hayward as a pinch hitter in the 6th inning, stayed in the game. Lockridge, a Florida boy, went to Pensacola Catholic High School. Pitch on the way to Lockridge. He shows bunt, pulls back, and takes a strike. They appeal down the first base line, and Adrian Johnson says that he did not pull back in time. But one other nugget on Brandon Lockridge. This will take you back to what we saw on opening day. Following the 2023 season, he was tabbed by Baseball America as the best defensive outfielder in the Yankees organization. And he made a great play to Rob Albies the other day. That'll be sent foul. And just watching that play alone would cement that notion that he's that good defensively.
I would not argue it after seeing that good play. I think that would have been a 3-run homer, too.
Lockridge, formerly in the Yankees organization, now the Padres. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That misses low. It was part of the Juan Soto package. 3 runs on 7 hits for the Padres. No runs, 1 hit for the Braves. Neris had 1-2. Deals it to the plate. Hard hit ball foul. Out outside the bag at third. Neris, the right-hander, checking the runner Bogarts at second base. Again, the 1-2 pitch. Fouled back into the screen. Fastball 91 from Neris. Padres trying to start off the season 4-0 for just the second time in franchise history. 1984, the other time they accomplished that. 1-2 in the air down the right field line, slicing, and a fair ball into the corner. That's going to drive in Bogarts. This will be 2 bags for Lockridge, and it's 4-0 Padres on the RBI double down the right field line.
Pretty good at bat by Lockridge. Fouling off a lot of pitches before taking one to right. Big smile on his face.
That was center cut, kept it fair down the right field line. Elias Diaz, the batter. He's been on twice in the game. Single and a walk for him. He hit into a double play in the 6th inning. Neris back to work. Pumps in a called strike. Fastball at the bottom of the zone.
It's funny how things work out. He and Lockridge and Hayward platooning, so he's not supposed to hit off a right-hander, and yet he delivers a double.
Good point. Yeah, he was all smiles after that result. Neris to the plate. Called strike at the bottom of the zone with a sinker. Elias Diaz was the All-Star Game MVP a couple of years ago. That was when he was with the Rockies. Now with the Padres, runner on the move, 0-2 pitch off the mid of Trump and all the way to the backstop. Sliding in head first is Lockridge, then pops up to find the ball and holds there. So stolen base for Brandon Lockridge. Tell you what, if that had taken a wild carom off the backstop, it could have popped up, come to the plate.
Yeah, he went in head first. And you're right, if he had been up on his feet a little faster, he might have scored on that one.
Now the infield is in. Ball and 2 strikes on Diaz. Neris needs a strikeout. 1-2 to Diaz. And a called third strike. Fastball at the top of the zone. Diaz doesn't like the call. A few groans from the grandstand. But 2 down here in the inning. Back to the top of the order to Fernando Tatis. Tatis has tormented the Braves in this 4-game series. He has 6 hits in the series. He's been on base 4 times in this game. First pitch on the way to Tatis. Set him as low and inside. So he's 6 for 14 in the series. Stolen 4 bags. He scored 5 runs. 1-0 pitch. And he reaches and misses a splitter. Count even at 1 on Tatis. Lockridge, a big lead at third base. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way. And Tatis puts a shock into that one off the mid of Riley and trickles down the left field line. That'll drive in Lockridge. Tatis digs for second. Here's the throw, tagged down, and they've got him at second base. That was a missile out to Riley, and at the top of his leap, reached up, got leather on it, but couldn't squeeze it. And it was hit hard enough to get through Riley and drive in the run. But that's out number 3.
I thought they were going to appeal, but they're not. I thought they were going to take a look at that, but he was a dead out.
He was. So that's the final out there in the bottom of the 8th. It's a 2-run inning for the Padres. And as we head to the 9th, it's 5-0 San Diego.
Why is it important to shop local? Hi, I'm Jaron Solomon from Solomon Brothers Jewelers. As we come back as the preferred jeweler of the Atlanta Braves, we find it to be very powerful that we are aligning ourselves with the community.
Before you accept an insurance settlement for damage to your car, think about this. An accident stays on your car's history permanently, whether it was repaired or not. And if you try to sell it, a potential buyer can easily look it up and try to offer you less. That's diminished value. That's value you're entitled to. Value we fight for. Put our experience to work for you. Farah and Farah.
Tampa.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive. A showstopper. We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues. Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Hit of the day for Atlanta, and then a double play wiped that rally out. And then they drew a leadoff walk in the 8th inning, and that was to Ozuna, and then that wound up being a very odd double play that ended that inning. So they faced the minimum, have the Padres.
Yeah, it'll be 7, 8, 9 in the top of the 9th for Estrada facing Arcia. He'll be followed by Kelnick and then Trump. Arcia takes a called strike. Five runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Padres. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Braves. Arcia waits, 0-1 pitch. He fouls one back. Got a fastball 97 that he just touched up on. And an 0-2 count.
They've got some hard throwers in their pen.
Yeah, they do. There have been multiple guys coming out, though, in 97, 98, 99. And honestly, Joe, that's what stands out to me about the wild card series last year.
Yes. Yeah.
Just a parade of fireballers.
Big, powerful arms.
Nothing in 2 on Arcia. This tie. Fastball 97 from Estrada. Braves have gone down in order 6 times in the game. And they've not sent 4 men to the plate in any inning the entire night. 1-2 lifted towards foul ground into the seats down the first base line. Two to Arcia. Low and outside. Braves had the leadoff walk last inning, but then a strikeout in that very bizarre 1-5-3 play where they picked up 2 outs. Technically a double play that kind of went all over the place. The 2-2 pitch. Struck him out. Fastball inside corner at the bottom of the zone, and Arcia just turns and argues with Paul Clemens. And eventually he gives up and walks back to the third base dugout. One down in the 9th. Unless the Braves can miraculously get something enormous going with one down in the ninth. Swung on a miss by Kelnick. It would be an 0-4 start here in 2025, and it won't get any easier tomorrow night.
Well, that's for sure.
Estrada brings it. Kelnick swings and misses a high fastball. Kelnick down 0-2. Estrada deals. And Kelnick swings and misses at strike 3. Nothing fancy, just 97 miles an hour and put in a perfect place. And now Brian De La Cruz will come to the plate to pinch hit for Chadwick Trump. If Estrada gets De La Cruz, this would finish up a one-hit shutout for the Padre hurlers. Padre pitchers with 7 strikeouts, 1 walk in the game. Braves have had 3 men reach base tonight. No one has touched second base. Estrada looking for a 1-2-3 inning, which will be the 7th of the night for Padre pitchers. De La Cruz climbs in. Estrada brings the first pitch. And De La Cruz takes a strike. Saw De La Cruz as a pinch hitter in the 8th inning last night. That was his only at-bat of the season to this point. Grounded out to short last night. Here's his 0-1 pitch. De La Cruz, an awkward swing and a miss to the slider, 0-2. And this Padre crowd so fired up with what they've seen here in the opening series of the year, looking for one more strike and a shutout win. They're all on their feet. Estrada right there at the belt. 0-2 pitch on the way. And he missed high with a fluttering splitter. This would be back-to-back shutouts for the Braves. Their last run they scored was in the 5th inning Friday night at a homer by Kelnick. And a 1-2 pitch. Swung on miss, strike 3. And it's a shutout victory for the Padres over the Braves. A one-hit shutout as they completely hypnotize the Braves' bats in this series. And 2025 starts off with a big thud for the Braves here in San Diego, being swept in 4 games by the Padres. For the Braves in the 9th, no runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Final score, Padres 5, Braves nothing. Back with the totals after this.
A musician with technical knowledge can play all the right notes. But one who cares enough to play from the heart gives music soul. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Because when you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Start feeling unstoppable. Visit Truist.com/care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
This is one of my favorite spots, Kevin. Let's go play some Keno.
At last, I found the Pirates Cove. It's time to start digging for me treasure.
No, this is a club called the Pirates Cove. But you can win money playing Keno here.
Yar.
You just pick 10 numbers, then Keno picks 20. The more you match, the more you win.
You'd make a great pirate, Goat.
Grab your treasure. Win up to $100,000 every 3.5 minutes playing Keno from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
Mom, I need to lay low for a few days.
Lay low? What's going on?
I only paid for this Hyundai Tucson.
Christopher Allen Lynch.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Get the car or SUV you want at the Hyundai